Hey everyone, today I'm starting a series on how to make easy add-ons for Spigot-enabled Minecraft servers using the easy plugin Skript. To start off, we're going to create our own easy, simple bucket server. I'm going to be using the Paper MC fork of Spigot, which is a highly optimized version of Spigot. You do not need to use this. You can use Bucket, Spigot, any other kind you like, Velocity, whatever you want. But I'm going to be using Paper because I like it and I've used it before. So I've created a folder where we're going to keep everything on my desktop. This is going to be my server folder. I've already downloaded Paper, so I'm just going to drag that right in. There we go. And I'll include links to download these things in the description below. Next, we're going to create our start batch file. I've already made this, so I'm just going to drag it in, but I'll show you what you need to get this working. We're just going to open this up in regular Notepad. Totally fine. Now, this is a fancy way of doing it, where when you turn your server off, it'll automatically reboot. So we're going to start with the :start, title server. This will just change the name of the window so you can easily identify it. @echo off. And then we'll type Java. We're going to allocate 4 gigs of RAM for this server. This is a little excessive just for a demonstration server, but I have a lot of RAM, so I may as well do it. --jar. And then this is where we're going to name the jar file that we've downloaded. I've named it paper, so we'll call it paper.jar. No GUI because we don't want to duplicate GUI. And then we'll add go to start. What this will do is when we decide to turn the server off using the stop command, it'll automatically reboot the server, which is a really nice, easy feature. So we'll close that after we save as all files, and we'll call it start.bat. I already have it here. You guys know how to do that. It's really easy. So let's start the server. It's not going to work at first because we haven't agreed to the EULA. So on first boot, it's going to create a few files. And once it does that, we'll have to agree to the EULA that appears. There we go. Failed to load properties from files server.properties, failed to load EULA.txt. So we'll just close that. We'll open up the EULA. We'll set that to true. Save it. And start the server again. It's going to download all the files and create all the files that it needs. And it's going to start a world for us. Let's make the console a little bit bigger. I haven't configured any IP addresses for this. There's tutorials on how to do that. I'm not going to do that in this video. Okay, the server is up and running, and we should be able to connect to it by going to multiplayer, direct connection, localhost 25565, joining, and there we go. And we are in our world. We can't really do anything because we are not opt. So let's opt ourselves quickly in the console. There, now we're opt. Let's go game mode creative. And we have our world. Nice snowy one. Okay, the next step is to install Skript. Skript is the plugin that we'll use to make all of our custom add-ons. It is a very basic coding language if you don't want to learn Java and making your own plugins. So I've already downloaded Skript. You can go to skunity.com and download the latest version of Skript. This one is version 2.6.4. Make sure you always have the latest version, otherwise they won't be able to help you on their very helpful forums. So in our plugins folder, which is empty right now, we'll just drag it right in. And we'll reboot the server. Now since we created that special batch file, if we just do the /stop command in the server, it'll stop the server, but then the batch file automatically restarts it with the plugin enabled. Okay, the server is now rebooted, and we can see that Skript is enabled successfully. Back in the plugins folder of our server, you can see that there's now a Skript folder. We'll open that. We're going to leave the config, features, and variables file alone. You definitely do not want to ever touch the variables file, as this can cause corruptions with the plugin and destroy a lot of the hard work that you've done. So we'll leave it alone, but we'll head into the scripts folder. You'll see that there's a bunch of scripts that have already adds as demos. We're not going to use any of those, so we'll just delete them. Next, we'll want to create a new text file, but it's actually easier if you go right into Notepad++ or any other code text editor that you like. So we are now in Notepad++. Let's save this immediately, that way we don't lose anything. Let's make a server demo. We'll go into plugins, scripts, and we'll call this first script. Save as all types, and we'll add the .sk extension. .sk isn't anything fancy, it just tells you that it is a script file. It's still text, but it is a script file. This folder is where we're going to put all of our scripts for this series. Now, what do we want to do first? Let's just broadcast a simple message using a command. Now, what's cool is that script files can contain a virtually unlimited amount of different things. You can create multiple script files to have organized. You can organize it however you want. I like making one big script file for now. So we're going to start by creating our own command. So I'll start by writing command. Let me make this bigger for you. Command. And let's choose what the command should be. So it'll be /hello::. Next, we can set the description of the command. And we'll call it says hello in chat. Usage. The usage is what appears when you just type the command without anything after it, if it takes any arguments. This does not, so it won't really matter. But we'll say usage /hello. So that's all you need to run it. Trigger. This is what will actually happen when the command gets run. And we just want to say hello in chat, and let's make it so that everybody on the server can see it. So we'll say broadcast, and then in quotes, because this is text, it's a string, hello world, close quotes. The classic hello world. And we'll save this. Now we are going to rejoin that server. And the way we get the server to recognize that the script is now there, we'll do /script, reload, and you can see the script file is now there. So we'll choose it, and it is now loaded. And now we can run the command /hello, and it says hello world to everybody. That's how to make the first easy command. Now let's make it so that only the player that ran the command actually sees the message. So we'll say message hello world to player. And we'll get rid of this line because we don't need this anymore. What this is saying is it'll send this message directly to the player that ran the command. So we'll hit save again. We will reload that script file. And we'll run hello again. Now obviously we're the only person on the server, and since we're sending it just to us, it looks the same. But that's how that works. Now something interesting you can do is that you can actually send the player's name into the message that you want to send. So we want to send a personalized message. So let's try that. So we'll message hello. And now if we want to insert the player that ran the command, if we want to insert their name, we'll do parentheses, player, %, player, %, exclamation mark. What this will do is if you see anything in %, it'll replace that with whatever is inside there. So in this case, the player is the player that ran it. So this is going to say hello, it's Dave HD, exclamation mark. We'll save that. We'll reload the script. And now it says hello, it's Dave HD. That's a very simple command that you can run that says hello to whoever ran it. Now I'm going to show you guys how to send the message automatically as soon as a player joins the server. We'll leave this command here just because it's fun. But we'll create some new lines. The blank lines don't matter, I just like adding extra ones to keep things organized. Now we're going to add an event. Skript has a bunch of events that it can track. The event that we want to use is the onJoin event. This will be triggered anytime someone joins the server. The onJoin event remembers the player that is involved in the event, so we can use this player tag again. So we'll say onJoin, message, hello, player, in % again, exclamation mark, save. Let's reload the script. We'll disconnect from the server. We'll direct connect again, and as soon as we join, it should message us. There it is. Hello, it's Dave HD. What's cool is that this actually gets triggered before Spigot's built-in join message. So what you can do is, you can go in the Spigot config files, disable the join messages, and create your own. In the next video, I'll show you how to create custom prefixes for every single player in your server without using a group manager. See you next time.